Welcome, witches and wizards. I hope we're all doing well. How are we all doing today? Alpha, Tori, welcome in. Vermai as well, welcome. The queue is open, and we can get straight into tarot readings. I do want to talk a bit later about. I've basically done this. Let's see if you can see any of it. Oh, thank you for the follow as well. I was saying yesterday how I'm trying to tap into the whole astrology side of things. And I just made this little diagram with all the information I already know, and I'm there now going, oh wow, yeah, that's pretty cool. So on this sheet of paper, all I have is the astrology signs, what major arcana card they link to. So if we're basing off me, my sun sign is a Libra, the major arcana sign is the Justice card, the planet is Venus, the court card is the Queen of Swords, and the chakra is the heart. Now I've never had that all down on one piece of paper before, and I'm just there going, oh yeah, shit, that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, we'll talk about that later. We can get straight into the tarot readings. I don't know how to say your name. Alphane? We'll go with Alphane. Correct me if I'm wrong. What is your question? Stephen, welcome in. Sorry, I didn't hear you. Can you say it again? Oh, I just said, what's your question? You're the first in the queue. Can be absolutely anything. I'm sorry, the mic. Stephen, I feel like you've just got something against Fluffy. I'm gonna start calling my mic Fluffy now. Yeah, Fluffy's been playing up a bit recently. I want to get a love reading about a person I like. I want to know how my relationship will be with her. Let's have a look. Thank you very much. I'm assuming you're quite new to the field of love. We're starting with the Four of Pentacles, and it means we hold a lot in. We are very scared to open up at all, and yet if we did, we would be very victorious. Even your answers, the Three of Cups. So the more confidence you have, the more you will have to celebrate. And yet, if we carry on down the road we're going down, this is going to be a very slow process. If this is just a crush, that is where it will stay until you get over your fears, until you grow some balls. And I only say that because your negative's the Two of Swords. You would happily remain blindfolded towards this person, or be in the shadows and yet still admire them, and yet nothing can blossom from darkness. Please say balls again. I'm sorry, I do try not to be crude, but when the cards call for it, I have to. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. It's you hitting rock bottom, and you have to be willing to lose everything. And I know these cards are kind of shitting on you, or at least calling you out, but until you find some motivation, love in general will be an uphill climb for you. The last card's the Ten of Wands. It's a huge weight on your shoulders, and yet we are putting people on pedestals that are probably in the same situation that we are. And so if you want this to work, which there is reason to celebrate if you're willing to give it a go. Nothing else has to be done but give it a go. Shine some light on the situation, and you may be genuinely surprised how well things go. Definitely willing to try. Good. When? Give me a time and a date when you're going to try. In a voice, welcome in. Jenna, welcome. My goal is to go to her place and say it to her in person. That is very confident. But once again, as we live quite far away, when? Because if you don't put a time on it, this will always be something you are willing to do in the future. Next year. You know how long that could be? We're literally at the end of this year. Saying sometime next year could genuinely be next December. And what you've just said is, I will happily be scared for another year. You are the only one holding back. How many months? Got to get a flight ASAP. That's better. Just have some faith in yourself. And don't worry about the outcome, because even through failure, you learn the lesson. And like I said, due to the fact we are new to the area of love, this isn't going to be your only opportunity. So the sooner you cross this hurdle, the sooner you can enjoy what love has to bring. I hope that helps. Sentence, welcome in. Curio, tell me to go study for tomorrow's exam, please. Sentence, go and study for tomorrow's exam. What happened there? Why am I on random? I think the bot has added a new thing where you can randomize the crew, the queue. Jenna, what's your question? I shouldn't be having free will. I'm so confused. What's going on right now? My viewing channel looks really weird. Yeah, it doesn't even say you're in the queue. It just says picked. All right, we'll go with it. Screw it. Is N, Sagittarius male, attracted to me? Or is he just being super sweet and friendly for the beautiful soul he is? I have changed it. I'm just hoping it works next time I click next. Yeah, we've literally just started. We've only been streaming for 8 minutes. The queue's still open. By all means, join the queue. Don't study, stay with us. Alright, Jude. There's definitely potential here. I just don't think it's the right time. Is N attracted to me, or is he just super sweet and friendly for the beautiful soul he is? Solo, welcome in as well. So we're starting with the 9 of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. What's the Knight of Pentacles? Virgo. And so we're hoping to... It's a shame, but I don't think you're ready for a relationship. You found yourself in quite some discomfort, and yet you're hoping that love will fix all of your problems, and you shouldn't outsource your own happiness to the point that your positive card is that you are lost. And the sooner you realize that, the sooner that you start to believe in yourself the sooner you can come to terms with what you need, and by the looks of it, it is not N. That is how I'm feeling right now. Perfect. And so, does, how did you phrase it? Does N love you, or is N attracted to me? The answer is they are attracted to you energy wise because they want to help you. They want to get you out of the situation you are in, and yet I don't think it is love or physical attraction. It's they are here to allow you to get over your hard times. And so this is someone that you can lean on and trust to support you at this time, but know your final card is the Death card, which means this time will pass. They have come into your life and they will also go. I hope this helps. It's not something to be upset about. If you're upset about your future, then we are not appreciating the purpose of him being there. What that means is in the future you will not need his strength to get through the day, but now you do. Cat, good afternoon. Thank you. All right, perfect. Queue's back in order. There we go. Stephen, what's your question? If you believe it. A general with an angel. All right, Capt. Sorry, Stephen. We're starting with the Queen of Pentacles. And the Strength card. It's almost like we've lost our footing. We don't trust anything around us right now, Stephen. And it's only confirmed when your answer's the Five of Pentacles reversed, so everything and anything you touch crumbles to dust. And yet, your negative card is quite a positive card. It's the Hierophant. There are people you are taking for granted. I've seen better days. What's Twitch? It's in the description if you need the link, but it's basically YouTube but for live streams, and it allows you to join queues and stuff so that you can join the queue and get a reading today. What's your favorite superhero? Who's that question to? Mine is Doctor Strange, for obvious reasons. Wolverine. Really? I guess his latest movies have been pretty good. Steven. Your positive, though, is the Enact card, which says everything doesn't have to be like today. Ben 10. Your tomorrow doesn't have to be like today, or yesterday for that fact. So don't be cutting corners. We've got the devil. When you find yourself down, you try to fix things before you've actually found out what the problem is, and therefore end up causing yourself more trouble than you should have, Stephen. So in terms of for today, I need you to slow down and just love every moment. We've got the Ace of Cups. Find something that you can be either grateful for or that you can appreciate in every moment of your day, and you will find the balance by the end. You'll have that peace that you've been longing for. I thought it was a good one. But your angel card. We have a change in direction. Tori, thank you for the follow. The changes you're experiencing are divinely directed by your newborn willingness to open your heart to love and our guidance. You are protected now and in the future, so follow your path to the happy outcome you desire. Tori, weren't you already following? Did you unfollow and follow just so that it would pop up? Wonder Woman? That's my wife's. Is this permission to go to bed? Yeah, you know what? If you need it, go for it. I want to do my homework. I don't want to do my homework. I wouldn't worry too much about what you are physically doing and more about how you mentally feel about it. If it's still early in the night, by all means, get 20 minutes sleep. Try to rest as much as you can, and you might be able to wake up and finish all your work before tomorrow even begins. Just a reminder, subs do have priority in the queue. But yeah, Stephen, I hope that helps. Man, homework really annoys me. I genuinely don't see the point of it. My life has been so much better since leaving, let's say, college, because I didn't really do my homework at uni anyway. It will help you in general. It's true, but homework's long. Curio, I can whisper the question to you. Yeah, if you don't ever want to know about it, by all means, just whisper the question. But it's Cap's turn right now. You haven't even joined the question sentence. The Q sentence. Oh, there you go. The last thing Stephen said, I'm always late for school. Go on, rest. If you can make up, put it this way, if you can be early for school and be disciplined in that regard, that will serve you better in life than always completing your homework. Alright, Capt. A chakra reading with a witch card. Michelle, welcome. Did everyone on YouTube, were you able to come over to Twitch? I think Michelle came over. Bun, welcome. What's my next step for the message for my marriage? By all means, join the queue and we can find out. But this one's for Cat. Guys, am I crazy, or do you ever see shadowy figures out of the corner of your eyes? Not for a long time. I don't know how to answer that question. I wouldn't say I'm much of a seer. Anyway, Capt. We're starting with the Page of Swords, and it's fair to say we're not holding on to anything right now. I feel like I was telling you to be spontaneous yesterday, and the first two cards are very childish and free. Even your stomach chakra, we've got the Page of Cups, even reversed, so the chakra is still somewhat closed. But what it can create, it still loves. And then moving up to your motivational center, there is no need to go far and wide, but when it comes to the things close to home, you do have a lot of motivation for it. We are definitely in a better place than we were yesterday. Then we go to your heart chakra, and we've got the Six of Cups. And so even though we are very good at protecting our home environment, it's because we are unwilling to look any further. Quite literally, your world is the four walls of your home. And so if we're talking about potential, there is so much more inside of you that you're not tapping into, and it doesn't have to even be used on the external world, but the fact that you're gaining knowledge from beyond the walls allows you to help everyone within those walls more. It'd be like, I forgot who it was yesterday who said they were able to help others with Reiki, but they weren't able to help themselves. Your energy well is contained. And then by doing something as simple as visualizing the universe and gaining your energy from there, you can do so much more. Then we have your throat chakra, and it's the Ace of Swords. There is a lot of new beginnings here. We've got the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands as well. So if we're tapping into new things, if we're trying something new and there's that element of maybe I'm wasting my energy, now is not the time to be thinking that at all. The fact that you want to be spontaneous at all is a miracle. So embrace every thought and mindset you have at this time. And the final card is the Seven of Swords. And so the only person, once again, getting in your way is yourself. But that is very easy to overcome if you tap into a bigger well, a bigger source of energy to do things from. Notice how there is nothing about being exhausted, or there are no limitations right now apart from yourself. So today the sky is the limit. Now it's your turn to try and reach it. Your Witch card. We have luck. I don't know what we're trying to manifest or dream, but now is definitely a great time to go for it. Things you've never done before, just try and see how far you get. I hope that helps. I probably should. It's odd though, because I can go out and about. And won't get these cases. It's only in my room, especially almost right in front of my door, which is why I think I might just be paranoid. Sometimes I see weird stuff with my eyes, but it's usually something mundane. Also, you can check your eyes. Maybe there's something really changing. Eye pressure or something. Talk about putting a real element to it. Who's next? Tori, what's your question? Is it just a chakra reading? Sorry for the long text. Alright, no worries, sentence. No, Oracle cards are for subs only. But I can still give you a chakra reading. Oh, I picked too many cards. Alright, we're starting with the Ace of Pentacles, and so we're talking about your root chakra and trying to stay grounded. And you're not being very grounded at all. We're quite literally just trying to hold on to the ground underneath our feet. Lightseeker, welcome. And that's followed by the Seven of Wands. So there is very little ambition towards your future, and yet your first chakra that's doing well is your solar plexus. This is your motivational center, but it's the Empress, who only cares about enjoying the journey. They are quite literally frolicking in the woods. That's that's you right now. And so, in terms of making the most out of your destiny, we need some form of goal. Due to the fact that our heart, we've got the destiny card reversed, we're not aiming for anything, and therefore we might as well be lost, because there is no destination we are aiming for. What are your goals, Tori? With your last 3 cards, I'm assuming it's love related. I feel like I'm scrambling to find out what to do, because I'm heartbroken. It's complicated. To fix the heartbreak, we've got the 3 of Swords in your throat chakra. Communicate it. Let people know around you how you truly feel. And then you'll be able to tap into your intuition. You're heartbroken? You're heartbroken towards your family. I mean, the fact still stands that you've got the heartbreak card in your throat chakra. Oh, no one listens, I understand. Then if you can't find the help you're looking for at home, find someone that is willing to listen. You must have friends. Someone with the Empress in their solar plexus has to draw people's attention. And therefore, if your family isn't willing to give you that attention that you seek, it must come from somewhere else. And I'm sure it sucks not having that support from the people physically closest to you. But just because they don't understand who you are or what best suits you, doesn't mean there aren't people out there that love you. But things are changing and I don't know what's happening. Let's just say your final card doesn't speak about family at all. Your third eye, the Queen, the King of Cups, again very love focused and someone who is a hopeless romantic. But your final card, the 7th chakra, and what connects all of this is the 2 of Cups. When you were close with your family, you had no reason to seek that love from someone else. Are you in a relationship at the moment, Tori? Yes, I am. Then that is where your energy should lie. Your key card is the 8 of Pentacles. And this is what I mean by having a dream. Have something to focus your attention on. And then the people that don't serve you, hence in this scenario being your family, your attention, your energy is being used elsewhere, and therefore you are not affected by those people. Tori, I hope that helps. It's so warlike out there. Right now I'm very loved. I'm love orientated, as you see. In heaps, thank you. Thank you, Tori. Bun, did you even join the queue? Exclamation mark join. May I have a chakra reading with an angel card, please? Of course, in a voice. Sleeper time, welcome in. There you go. Welcome in, bun. It's like a pyramid. If this was 3D, your chakras would do this. We've got rest on the top end and the tower at the bottom. Why is the Empress the card of divine feminine, but the Emperor is toxic masculine card for so many? That's just how people see masculine energy. But it doesn't mean, it's that whole idea of there not actually being any true good or bad things in this world. It's not toxic, it's not evil, it's just people's opinions. If you are vibing with the Empress, it flows, everything just is, and you can enjoy every second of every day. But like Tori's reading, there is no ambition, there is no drive, and you will be wandering, pleasantly so, but there will never be goals that are reached. And so you need that masculine as well to direct you, to give you focus. The opposite to the Empress. I find so many readers always put the Empress so negatively. And for the people they're reading for, it's probably what they need to hear. But in terms of your reading, we are starting with the Tower, and things aren't as you wish they were. The card is reversed and your world may feel like it is cracking under your feet. But I put it this way, I could sum all of this up by going, it doesn't matter what happens as long as you come from a place of love. Because everything you do through love, every drop of energy that you create in this world that is fused with your love blossoms. If you get in your head, if you are unable to sleep, or if you start daydreaming, then that love seeps through the cracks and you are unable to grow things. Hence, this is your most positive section, all based around love. We've got trying to balance the scales, trying to make things work. And so in terms of your creativity, you can churn out things when you're in this positive mindset, and that's followed by the star. Your willpower is huge because you have such a strong belief in the positive. And then you have the sun in your heart chakra. Your heart is everything. And so even though we do begin to daydream with our throat chakra, and we do have worry and the need to rest further up in the top of our chakras, that has zero effect on us as long as everything we are doing with love. Think about cooking a meal and messing something up. Even if you burn something, the fact that it was done out of love means it will be appreciated. That is where we are right now. Expect to burn a few things, and yet know that because it's you doing it, smiles will still be taken from these events. My heart ain't paying the bills. So something's got to change. Even though that's the case, everything and anything you do without your heart at this time will not benefit you. What did you want with this reading? Was it an angel or a witch card? We have perfect timing. Now is the perfect moment for you to act on your inspirations. The doors are open while you walk through them with us by your side. Don't delay or procrastinate, as all of the ingredients are ripe for your success. Everything and everyone is on your side, supporting your positive outcome. So rest and grounding, great. No, you didn't get the message at all in a voice. Ignore your negative flaws at the moment and just make sure you are doing things with love. It's because you are focusing on the flaws, whether it's not paying the bills, not resting, not being grounded. These things are what's pulling you down. You're better than all of this. I hope that helps. Perfect. Sleeper time. May I please have a reading? Focus on feeling. May I please have a reading about messages from my guides? Ignore the need to rest. Yeah, but when you're doing things out of love, you'll eventually come to a point that you also love yourself and you will rest. But it's not something that you should be prioritizing. It's that whole idea when me and my wife started dating. I was very clear and I was like, I have to tell you one of my flaws, and it's I'm very selfish. And she turned around and went, then why do you do so much for me? And I went, because I like to see you smile. I'm doing it for myself. I'm not doing it for you. Be in the driving seat. Sentence, are you telling me to go masturbate? What just happened? Anyway, sleeper time. Let me know if you're here. But you've already written your question. I said nothing. Written 3 lines above. Perfect. All right, sleeper time. Let's have a look. Any messages from your guides? Patience is a virtue. And it's not be patient and let the storm settle. It's things are already going very well for you. We've got the Hangman, and so we are taking a breather, and it's followed by the Five of Swords, so it's well justified. If you find yourself easing up the pressure towards the end of the year, don't think it will set you back in motion. We've got the Ten of Pentacles as your positive, and that means you will get what you have worked for. The negative, though, is the Ten of Swords. You have worked really hard to get here. So the only negative is that if you're feeling tired, it's because you are. If you feel beaten up and almost have forgotten how to relax, it's because you haven't spent a lot of time there. And so even though by taking the foot off the accelerator, we may get feelings of being lost, but it's what we have to do to get out of our own way. Being lost, once again, is not something negative. It is just a part of life. As an example, I'm using all these fancy words now that I'm married. My brother-in-law, it was funny. He called yesterday, and he's I must be doing something kind of person. And he was off work because he was ill. And within 2 hours of being home and not being able to do anything, he started cleaning the whole house. He doesn't clean. It's not something he does. He just needs to be doing something. Well, if you're in the same situation where there's now less things to do, just find a way to appreciate your time. Whether it's playing a game, reading the book, maybe even cleaning the house. But just, it doesn't need to be a checklist. You're doing things when you have the time for fun. I've been thinking of taking some vacation time, but I've been anxious about taking it in case I'm not doing enough. No, perfect. Now is the perfect time to take that time off. I should let myself chill. The final card, the Ten of Cups, that is a lot of tens. Just everything's coming to a beautiful bow. So appreciate it. Appreciate the present you have quite literally worked a year for to give to yourself. We have cleansing. And this isn't you need to work on yourself and cleanse yourself. This is a let the year of hard work come to an end. Sleep time, I hope that helps. Alright, Munchies, what's your question? I appreciate it. Thank you, Sleep time. Munchies, let me know if you're here. If not, we can do... oh, Munchies is here. I would like to know if the situation I'm in is worth waiting for. Do you mind telling us the situation? You don't have to. Alright, there's this guy. Why wait? There's this guy and we are both clearly interested in each other. But we are in a waiting game. Can you touch the mic? Something happened when you last touched it. We have addressed our liking for each other. This is very formal, Munchies. But he hasn't he isn't initiating communication. Did you sniff the mic? Yes I did. Let's have a look. Yeah, this situation sucks. You're both way too shy. We've got the King of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles, both reversed, and so both have huge potential, but are unwilling to see it through. That's followed by the Chariot reverse, so you don't think it's gonna work. Which explains the worry card over here. There is that fear element. But the negative is actually probably one of your most positive cards. The negative is there is zero faith or trust in the universe on this situation. And so we need to flip that. We need to find our faith in the universe, whatever you believe in, Munchie, that if you want this to work, then you need to go out and grab it. Be willing to be uncomfortable. Be willing to get out of your comfort zone and see where this takes you. Is this worth waiting for? The answer is no, because you'll be waiting forever. Is it worth doing some more poking? Yes. Jing, welcome in. Poking. If you like each other, well, shit. I have to initiate it then. The final card is the blank card. It's have faith that there is light within this situation and things will work out well. Like, one of you has to break that tension. And unless he's also getting a tarot reading on his end and someone's telling him to trust it, the only way to get higher in the queue is to sub. Oh, did you just sub? Yeah, leave and rejoin. Welcome in again, Jing. I'm just wondering. I'm just worried that he is dealing with his own things. Again. Yeah, it didn't pop up, Jing. I don't know what happened there, but I can see you've done it. Munchies, everyone, it doesn't matter who you are, is dealing with something. And yet, there are billions of relationships in this world. I promise you, if you are looking for an excuse to not get in a relationship, you will find one. So don't look for one. Dragon, welcome. But I hope that helps. I'm doing well. I'm home alone. My wife's actually the Tits on Tour is throwing my wife a bit of a farewell party today. So it's like she goes to this breastfeeding group and they call each other Tits on Tour. But because we're moving back to London at the end of the year, they were gonna throw a little bit of a party. So my wife, really excited, was like, "Oh, I'm gonna make something." She tried to make scones again. Let me show you these scones. Turns out she used the wrong flour. She used plain flour instead of self-rising flour, so they're solid. But it's alright, because so then, they're not that nice with jam and cream, but because they're solid, we've got soup tonight, and they're like a bit cakey inside, so we're just going to use it like bread. Anyway, who's next? Jing, what's your question? The general was there not something on your mind? Would microwaving with a glass of water work? So the reason they're dry is because they didn't rise. They're really dense, and we had to. They're meant to only be in the oven for like 12 minutes, but we had to leave them in there for 20 minutes before they even got that crust on the top, because they weren't rising. So I don't think that would be much of a save, to be honest. Alright, Jing. We're just doing a general. We're starting with the Knight of Cups. And so I see this as a good thing, because in yesterday's reading there was potential for new love. And the Knight of Cups reversed means that you are flirting externally, but you're not actually sowing any seeds. This is more just trying to feel loved, but the hollowness that comes with a one-night stand. And your negatives, the Ace of Wands, we have no motivation in in our life at all. The Ace of Wands is quite literally the start of wanting to do something new, and there is, when it's reversed, it's you don't want to start anything new. You want life to just be how it was, and yet your positive right now is the Nine of Wands reversed. It's you are very easily distracted due to how much is on your plate. But all of these things, once again, are what you have been dealing with, and therefore you aren't giving yourself the opportunity to live a different life. And yet, with all of this going on within your head, your answer is the Sun, which once again is such a positive omen for you. We are quite literally downgrading our energy to make sure we live the same thing over and over again, when the universe wants you to have a brighter future. It can balance all, in this circumstance, it can balance the paperwork. It can balance your current relationship. It can give you more freedom to just rip out of your life what doesn't belong to you. And your final card is the Five of Wands. And yet with the Sun, if you need to argue your point, if you need to be strong and face the people that deserve being told off, now is a great time to do it. Face those that belittle you, because they have no right to do so, and your life does deserve to be better than it has been. But your Angel card, we have wedding. Marriage is the union of two souls, joined in love, mutual respect, and commitment. It signifies a desire to deepen love over time. Your wedding day is a testament to your well-found faith in love's power. Continually breathe life into that faith and love, dearest one. It tells you to make a choice. Yes, your wedding day was a commitment, but not just to the one you love, but to yourself. It's, if you want things to work, both ask you to be assertive. If you want a better life, whether it's with the person you're with or not, you have to be the one to pull the trigger. Communicate that you are not either being respected enough, or that they're not worth your time. And so whether you walk away or you try to make things work, you have to be the one to step up and, I want to say, put them in their place. And give them the choice, whether to change or to let you leave. It sounds like my current situation. I hope that helps, Jig. Just know anything that you do and you are decisive about now will better your life, because it's you taking action. And it's something you haven't been able to do recently. Alright, Solo. What should I do to connect more with my soul? Alright. Okay. I want to explain my zodiac thing soon as well, but I'll try and get through as much of the queue as I can before I do that. First of all, we're trying to connect with our soul, right? And yet we are trying to do it as peacefully as we can. We've got the Nine of Pentacles, not wanting to step on other people's toes, very happy doing things on our own, making sure we fix all the pieces that we need to without affecting others. But it's followed by the Death card. It's, you're meant to step on people's toes. Sometimes you've got to break a few plates. And so your negative, the Ace of Pentacles, is the fact that you're not trying to find out what your soul wants. And the only way you will do that is through experimentation. We've got the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. I want you to be like a bull in a china shop and hit everything on your way. Because at the moment, people are telling you to be yourself, but you don't know who you are. And you will never know unless you put yourself in new situations, and you will be able to feel whether it resonates with you or not. It sounds weird, but I'm telling you to fail. I'm telling you to lose. Put yourself in situations where you are forced to see yourself for who you truly are. And see how you react. And don't go, that's not who I want to be. Just watch, observe how you are in new situations, and your soul will speak to you. We have the Ten of Cups and the Justice card. For you'd be surprised how much you can get away with running around and breaking shit and still find balance. People that have watched you are amazed at how little you break. And so I'm giving you permission to try and not be yourself. And to see what you are truly capable of. It's not that you can't put a foot wrong, but it's you already know yourself well enough that if you do something wrong and it doesn't resonate with your soul, you can say sorry. You will very easily fix things you mess up. So now is not the time to be careful. I hope that helps, Sol. Solo. Rose, what is your question? I tell you what, I'm gonna butter up one of these cakey biscuits, and I'll be back in a second. Alright, let's have a look. Alright, Rose, currently there are some roadblocks in my way. How can I overcome it? Is that the moon? Okay. Rose, we are starting with the moon, and I wouldn't say it's so much of a roadblock than just a surprise the universe is waiting to see if you can handle. That's followed by the Queen of Swords. And so, this is almost paradoxical, because we've got so many things here saying you need to be straight lined and you need to just think of a plan and go with it, and then that way you won't be feeling lost and confused with the things in front of you. But your answer is telling you not to make choices and yet still flow with what's going on. I feel like I said that wrong, but we need to be organized but not have a plan. What on earth is the universe trying to say? Okay, I see. You're negative, the Six of Swords, you're meant to be in limbo, followed by the Devil as your positive. Again, that makes no sense, being in your positive. The very fact that life doesn't make sense to you right now, and that the universe is trying to surprise you. The only thing I can tell you at this point is, even though it may feel confusing where you are exactly where you need to be. That much I'm sure of. It won't feel like it. We've got the Chariot, and it will feel like we've missed the checkpoint, like we're quite literally on the wrong road. But it's followed by the Two of Pentacles, which means this situation, for how chaotic it is extremely balanced. And it ends with the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, which means you've been making the right choices. Don't worry if your confidence wavers, you are where you need to be. This roadblock is just keeping you on that path. It's less blocking your way and more keeping you where you need to be. I mean, the card's reversed. If we're talking about the devil. And so I guess at best, no, I still don't see how that's a positive. Apart from embracing the world that the universe has given, like embrace the journey the world has given you. I hope that helps. I guess I'm just telling you not to worry, even though the worry card doesn't come up here, so I don't think there are any actual problems, and you're just hoping to be productive and fix what's ahead of you. But these cards say nothing needs fixing. I'd like things to change. Yeah, the universe doesn't want you to change. Not yet, anyway. You need to be where you are right now, and due to the moon card, I don't know why. Like I said at the very beginning, there is a surprise the universe has in store for you, but it does require you to remain on your current path, or to even be stagnant on it for the time being, at least in the way it feels. It's like someone else is trying to catch up with you. Think of yourself as the hare racing the turtle. You've been given an opportunity to rest, to let everything else catch up with you. Rose, I hope that helps. Alright, sentence. Let me do some silent reading. Very interesting. Okay. All right. Has nothing happened so far? All right. Oh, okay. We're starting with a fool, and obviously your viewpoint is this is very silly. And you don't. I almost want to say you don't believe in that kind of thing. But your negative is the Seven of Wands. You're daydreaming, and so they quite often get mixed in with your thoughts. But if you went down that route, it would be very chaotic, and it's even harder because of what I said yesterday. Where I said the next one will be the one. And if you want the truth, there is... oh. I want to say your hearts are linked. Like... But I feel like you've missed out. I feel like this is something that should have already happened. They were meant to be a stepping stone. They were meant to help you find out who you were. They were meant to break your heart. And then you were meant to move on to bigger and better things. I said no to the universe. I think it's too late. It is definitely a journey you could go down. But at this point in your journey, it would have a much less effect as it would have if you took the chance when the opportunity was given to you. Didn't want to ruin the friendship. Let's just say this doesn't work long term. And I'm sure the universe was able to teach you that message some other way. I hope that helps. I outsmarted the universe. No, you've weighted a friend. You've given someone that wasn't meant to still be here a lot more power than they should have right now. I wouldn't call it outsmarting the universe. But you did change your fate in some regard. What, as in you want to use them to fill in the boredom? Like I said, if you go down this route now, the messages you will receive, the purpose of this, will be much more surface value than anything meaningful. Do you want to whisper it to me? Because I don't have a clue what you're talking about right now. Oh, what the... Yeah, I get you. How recently was this? Oh, sentence. Read the answer again. Just because that's how she would feel doesn't mean that doesn't have anything to do with the outcome. That doesn't have anything with you two being together. Maybe the lesson wasn't yours to be had, but theirs. Oh no, I'm sure that is true. That the answer to that question is true. But you see how that ends. I hope that helps. Massive help. Thank you, Centers. Alright, Michelle, let me know what your question is. Oh, that was really nice. Yeah, I don't know if I said, I put peanut butter in the scone because it's not very sweet, and if you're using it like bread, peanut butter works really well. Just in case Michelle's not here, I will wait just in case she is. You can answer on YouTube or Twitch by all means, Michelle. But Light Seeker, what's your question as well, just in case? So there are 3 people in the queue. I don't know how many of them are here. Michelle has been here for over an hour in the queue. So I understand if some of these people aren't here still. If you do want to join the queue and you're just lurking, by all means, !join. If not, this is actually kind of a perfect opportunity to... aren't you meant to be going to bed now? Sentence. Let me talk about the horoscopes and stuff. So, this literally took me like an hour to do. It wasn't long at all. And when I say an hour, I did like half an hour the other day, and I did a little bit more today. So, for every zodiac sign, you can learn a lot. Like... I don't know what's easier to explain, going along the zodiac or what each column is. Let me tell you each column. So, all of these things are connected. You've got your zodiac sign, you've got the major arcana equivalent, you've got your planet, which I don't actually know enough about to help me, but I've written it down because I hope for it to help me in the future. Then you've got the court card, so kings, queens, and knights of each suit. And so if that card comes up, you have a good idea of what the person is like. And then also the chakra. So let's start with Aries, the hot-headed ram. Its element is fire. Its major arcana card is the Emperor, having only an end goal in mind and like not stopping until you get there. Its planet is Mars. Once again, I have no idea what that means, but that's then followed by the Queen of Wands, very hot-headed, very passionate, and so this also comes with a like caring element, but it's, if you need help, I will help you, that kind of caring element. And then that's followed by the solar plexus. Again, your solar plexus is your motivational center. And actually each chakra is connected to 2 charts. So what have we got? Solar plexus is Aries and King of Cups, Scorpio. It's almost like overactive and underactive. If your solar plexus is overreactive, you're Aries, because you're hot-headed and have way too much energy. If it's underactive, you've got Scorpio, which is also focused around your solar plexus, but it's a struggle to have motivation. Your motivation is your limiting factor, and therefore you struggle to change. And yet they are also one of the best signs for changing, with the Death card as their major arcana sign. So once they crack, the universe changes things for them. But in terms of the planets, like I said, I don't actually know what any of those things are. We've got Mars, Venus, Mercury, the Moon, the Sun, Pluto, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Now, saying that, if any of you remember Rogan, he did actually give me like a cheat sheet for what each planet means. I think this is in order actually. Uranus. So like I said, by all means join the queue if you want to. But this is I should like join like an educational channel. We have Uranus. We don't actually. Let's start with Venus. This is the heart chakra. in terms of, he's written down what Norse god, he's written down what Greek mythics it's also under. So it's Freya. Doesn't help me. Aphrodite's, is that love? Oh, I guess that's, yeah, I think I know who that is. Color green, obviously, with the heart chakra, and then its sin is envy. I feel like this is just really good, and I should just ignore the planet and just look at the chakra and the sin. So Mercury, throat chakra, the sin is greed, and its blessing. What is the opposite of envy? He didn't write a blessing for Venus. To love? I think the opposite of envy is love. So, Mercury, the throat chakra, is greed. I would have thought the sin would have been lies. He's written greed, and yet when things are going well for you in Mercury, you can express yourself. Jupiter, the third eye chakra, the sin is slothful, and so to be lazy, but its blessing is to see. Jupiter, Wheel of Fortune. I don't know where to learn this kind of stuff. Does anyone know any good like tutorials on YouTube or anything for this kind of thing? I feel like I'd have already learnt it. Greed, because a good Mercury can give you an ability to manipulate getting what you want, I'm guessing. Alright. I guess that makes sense, because next to Norse, he's got Loki, which is like the god of chaos and mischief. Right, then we have the sun, which is the crown chakra, and its sin is pride. Oh, so this is just Leo's in general. But the blessing is to know, because it's connected to the crown chakra, and it's the ability to be intuitive when you're not attached to your ego. That one makes sense. Then we have Saturn. Root chakra, wrath. But when you can control your anger, we have growth and grounding. Oh, he's also written the principles. It's like the 12 universal laws. And so that one was cause and effect. So if you're angry, the effects aren't going to be great. But if you can calm that anger, you can grow. Then we have the moon, the high priestess. This should also be intuition. No, it's lust. But its blessing is to feel. Sacral. Do I agree with that? The principle of rhythm. Does the high priestess have a lot to do with lust? I guess because I'm looking at the planets and I'm looking at the high priestess and I'm taking it as this is based on the high priestess, but it's not. This is based on the moon. So the high priestess is just a version of the moon, and so is lust. And then we have Mars, which is the tower. The principle of gender. Gluttony. Isn't that the same as greed? And yet if you can tame it, you can act. So that didn't actually help me that much. Apart from understand that the planets are very complicated. This is one of those things that I go, yeah, Rogan had like 1,000 hours of research in this. I have an hour. And that is why I don't have a clue. Go on, while I'm waiting, let me jump onto YouTube and see if there's any really good... I won't play anything. I'll just wait for the queue to fill up, or to people that are in the queue to just ask me their questions. What do the planets mean? How the planets rule us. See, that's another completely separate topic. They're all pretty short, actually. I never asked this question. I wanted something just encapsulates it all. Saying that, I don't know how I'm going to do it next year. So in terms of, I want to, because obviously things like this are going to happen, where I'm not going to have anyone try and stream for like a full working day, and I need to think of something to do in the off time. Whether, because I want it to be like work. I don't want to be coming in and out of games, even though I technically will be able to, because I'll have like a separate keyboard and stuff with a new PC. I could like do built-in Reiki sessions, but the other problem I've got is I need to find a way of monetizing it. And like it goes against every fiber of my being, but like you have to hold something back so that people will pay for it, which I hate. The only place that I've seen it work is when there is no one in the field. Have any of you, if any of you are League players, there was that huge controversy about Nice. He uploads everything. He does playthroughs, he's a coach for the game, but a lot of the pros hate him because they're better than him, but he charges more because he gets all the revenue. But all he has ever done is give so much free content that people still want to be with him. Now, I would love to have that philosophy and to be able to give my services almost completely free and yet still earn. Like, how on earth are you meant to earn a living off giving almost everything away? So I either try to go down the teaching route and then hope that I get a lot of private clients from it, because I know something I do wrong is at the end of my streams I should be directing people to my website or trying to book private sessions. I haven't even got my Ko-fi account linked to my Twitch yet, which is my bad. Saying that, I can do that now. Bun, welcome back. What's your question? Oh, I know who I'm raiding after this. Oh, saying that, there's a few good people on right now. And yet we've still got like over an hour if the queue gets busy again. Alright, I'll play about with this later. Because there's things that I should have done. But I'm going to try and brainstorm this over the new year. And think of a really smart way to be able to give all my services for free. And still make money. Alright, Bun. I shouldn't have closed that. I'm not going to be able to find it. There we go. What's the next step for my marriage? Been married for 5 years. And he keeps leaving. What are his thoughts towards me and our 3 kids? I'm also admiring the DJ though. I'm also admiring this DJ though. So are we only questioning it now that there is potential for you elsewhere? Oh. What is the next step for my marriage? The answer is the Knight of Pentacles, which is lust. And it looks like you've hit rock bottom. You've had enough. Just need guidance. If things are hard and you don't want to keep toiling dead soil, then trying to find comfort of your own is not a bad way of going. Now, the negatives are you don't see the positives. Did you say it's your husband? What is the next step for my marriage? Been married for 5 years and he keeps leaving. What does leaving mean? Like moving country or going with other people? And so the negative is that there is some light, there is something to be salvaged if you are willing to salvage it, and yet I feel like it's already gone too far. The fact that we believe we've hit rock bottom, leaves us to live with his mum, like 45 minutes away. I see. Yeah, you've got the Knight of Cups. It's you want to feel loved again, and obviously it's got to the point that you don't feel appreciated, but we are seeing the negative side of almost everything right now. And so when you are having your better days, she makes him come back to her. It's weird though, because I can see that there is struggle, but I don't see anything that's wrong. Like you just haven't been able to ground each other. When was the last time you actually tried to be a family? Bun, if I'm being honest, these cards are telling you enough is enough and you might as well go on your own. You might as well have the fun that you deserve because you have been ridiculed for how much you have given to this relationship, or at least in comparison to them. But there is nothing wrong with this relationship. Excalibur, thank you for the raid. I was just saying I know who I'm gonna raid when I finish. Not anymore. Welcome in, Excalibur. And so, Bun, it is just let me know who this DJ is, because that has a huge part of this lust card. Supposedly the raid got fucked up. Confused Raid, welcome in. Gentle Spiritualist, welcome. The Gentle Spiritualist doesn't even come in on my chat. I can see it in the on my OBS bar, but not in my actual chat. He's just a person that actually conversate so that you can actually talk to. All right. In terms of what the cards are saying, I'd be surprised if nothing has already happened between you. And if it is the only way in this world at the moment that you are feeling love, I wouldn't say it's the right thing to do, but I can see why you're doing it. And yet, going back to the idea of when was the last time you actually tried to be a family, it doesn't look like a lot of work's being done. Have you tried speaking to the mother? Does she know what she's doing to your family by taking your husband away? Does he know how it affects the family when he's away? What is the communication like? Because your final card, even though there is a lot of fun to be had with other people, that doesn't fix your actual family. And to the point that the recommendation may be something like counseling that can actually bring you together and can allow you to have your own like honeymoon phase once again. If things carry on as they are, you will most likely end up cheating and you will feel worse for it. But if nothing changes, there's no other options for you. She knows everything she has done. She hates me because of my kids. I'll not give them up. Then if that's already out on the table, then basically starting a new life is the best way to go. You will struggle to build a foundation for your children. So try to keep your husband at least in the loop. But in terms of moving forward, without something like counseling, bringing you and your husband back together, the relationship has no legs to stand on. And by the sounds of it, it is just quite literally the children that are holding you together. He's totally all for his mum. There's honestly not a lot more I can say. The fact that we do have the 5 of Cups in your answer, which shows that you are seeing the worst of everything, shows that there is potential. if you are willing to seek professional advice. But that is, at this point, your only option if you want to salvage the situation. If not, the day will come where you will want to feel any form of love better than this one, and this DJ is looking very appealing to you. I hope that helps. Spiritualist, Excalibur, I hope you're doing well. What were you doing today on stream? Alright, let me sort out the queue. Alright, Michelle, let me know if you're here. We did already try Michelle, but I don't think she's here at the moment. So Excalibur, what's your question? Oh, you're making some food. Alright, never mind. Oh no, you are here. Was doing some readings. Doing the things I was told to do yesterday. A general with a witch card. Alright, let's have a look. Went to the doctor today and he confirmed that the weird symptoms I have been having are indeed caused by burnout. So oh well. At least that's something you've got a cure for. Alright, Excalibur. Just a general with a witch card. We're starting with the Four of Cups. That you don't know what to do with your current circumstances. It's the I'm bored card, but it's usually referencing the people that love you, the people that surround you. So you just don't know what to do with your time, even though you're surrounded by people you love. It's followed by the Hierophant, where you've lost touch with how important the people around you are. And your negative, the Ace of Pentacles, it's because you've got your own agenda right now. It's almost like you've got a stack of paperwork that you need to complete, and nobody and no thing will stand in your way until it is completed. And credit to you, there is reason, or you are justified in these actions. We've got the 8 and 9 of Swords. And so we are very worried right now. But it's in your positive slot, and being worried is allowing you to complete tasks very quickly. Now, if that means you just need to communicate better with the people around you, now I don't think this is spiritualist. This is probably people further afield, but you need to let those people around you that you're going through a phase that requires you to give all of your energy to a very specific thing, and during this time you would prefer not to be disturbed. That doesn't mean it's the right thing to do, but that is the mindset you are holding on to. And you will hold on to this worry until it is done. But we've got the Ace of Cups reversed, followed by the 10 of Wands. So don't just sounds like I want to be a hermit. Yeah, it does a bit, doesn't it? Well, Your last 3 cards are all reversed. The last one's also the page of... the Knight of Wands. So we have the want to not socialize with the Ace of Cups. You don't want to even start interactions, anything on an emotional level. That's followed by the Ten of Wands due to the stress on your shoulders. This work, the things that you feel need doing, most likely before the end of the year. And the final thing is the Knight of Cups, which shows that even for the things that do need doing, you're running on empty. Not that you need to rest, but you've got no motivation towards them. To the point that you would rather be doing nothing right now than doing what needs to be done. But your Witch card says regeneration. Maybe the things that you feel are really important. I think this is about a specific person. I don't know exactly who. What I was about to say with this regeneration card is you need to flip the table. You need to say screw it. I've had enough of my worries, and even though they have served a purpose, you need to get rid of what no longer benefits you. The fact you need to regenerate is because you have been poisoned. If I do that, I will cut that person out of my life. Who is that person? As in, are you willing, even just for a short amount of time, to cut them out so that you can no one close to home? If that is the case, then cutting them out may be the best thing. There's not a lot more I see. New York, welcome in. That's probably what I'll be doing. Sounds like the thing I've been meandering about. Well, good luck, Excalibur. Lightseeker, let me know what your question is. Oh, and Dragon, welcome to the queue. Thank you for the reading, Daddy. Thank you, Excalibur. I don't think Lightseeker was here. Go on, Spiritualist, what's your question? After all the food conversations. No worries. There are 3 people in the queue. The queue isn't closed at the moment, but when the queue does end, we'll just end where it is. We can finish with a quick fire round. How do I do a shout out again? Ta-da. Go on, Spiritualist. thought I still had a while. Just a general? Alright, so I'm expecting the Four of Wands. No Four of Wands. Oh, spiritualist. What mess have you got yourself in now? So, the fun cards we're looking at. Ten of Pentacles reversed and Nine of Swords. Don't have either of those either. So, subconsciously we've got the Tower. There is a lot changing. Put it this way, expect your rest not to come as quickly as you think it may. They were stalking me earlier this week. Just embrace the fact that this week probably isn't going to be very comfortable for you, and you will be thinking the worst about every moment of it. We're starting with the Page of Wands, not wanting to actually do anything. You feel like you burn your fingers every time you try to fix something, but it's because we are set in the Tower. We need our world to kind of come crumbling down so we can build it back up. It's way too vulnerable right now, and we've forgotten how to be comfortable in our own skin. So by letting things crack and crumble, we stop relying on ourselves, and whether it's Excalibur, whether it's the universe, we go, fine, you're in control. And like I said, for this week, we are going to be feeling very negative. We've got the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. So you are going, maybe not on purpose, but you will be sabotaging your own week. And the chaos you make will open up opportunities for you. Whether it is just to relax and to rest, then so be it. But this is warning for Excalibur. Gentle spiritualist, you're not going to feel yourself. And even with the final card being the Five of Pentacles, do not beat yourself up for anything you do for the rest of this week, because you're not yourself. You're vibing on a very low level, and it means the world is very easily getting the better of you. And if you can, the moment you can appreciate that, the moment you go, fine, I'm not my best self right now, but I will go with it. I will allow my cup to empty. What it means is next week, and if you get a general next Monday, you'll find that your cards will look like a butterfly, because you would have blossomed. You would have suffered and have awoken from it. Taking a page out of my books. I hope that helps. Thank you. New York, what is your question? Sharing is caring. A general today. All right, let's have a look. Bilingual, welcome in. How many people are in the queue? Am I gonna have to close it? Misery loves company. No, there's only 3 people in the queue. I'll close the queue after this reading. So if you still want to join, by all means, !join. So New York, we're starting with the Emperor, but it's reversed. We don't want to. It's almost like we're trying to savor the final moments. We're really close to our goal and we are exhausted because of it, but we've had so much fun on our journey. Our negative is that, like, we want to keep working. We want this moment never to stop. And yet your positive's the 5 of Wands. If that's the route you go down, people will argue with you. New York, it's time to rein in and complete what you have been doing. Receive the blessings you deserve. When the moon is in your answer like this, the universe has a surprise for the work you've been doing. And if you can just see it through to the end, don't prolong anything. You don't need to work extra hard at this last bit because we are exhausted, but make sure you are doing something every day to complete your goal. And only then will things start to balance again and you'll be able to get your life back. The only reason you want to hold on to these moments is because you've forgotten what it's like to live in a more relaxed state. You've forgotten what it feels like not to have anything to do. So get everything done and embrace what you are truly owed. I hope that helps. May I have a reading? I'm new. Blue, do you have Twitch? I'll tell you what, I'll close the queue. And if you stick around until the end of the queue, I'll make sure I do you as well. Yeah, just stick around on YouTube. I've got 2 people left in the queue. Dragon, what I need to hear about my actual love life. All right. Double F. Ooh, okay. What is that? So, Dragon, we're starting with the fact that we have nothing to celebrate, and your answer is you hitting rock bottom in the area of love. I don't know if I like yeah, no, things aren't great right now. It's not that you're not where you need to be. We feel like we're not good enough for love, like we need to work on ourselves more, which I don't think is the case at all. Your positives, the Two of Pentacles. You know enough. I know that's just saying you know enough, but enough is enough. You know enough to be loved and to love someone else. And therefore you have all the seeds in which a relationship can grow, and yet you struggle to balance the dark and light side of love. You only see the negatives. You go, I am giving up my freedom, I'm losing out on opportunities that I as a solo flyer have. And yet the moment you find your confidence to take that leap, and I don't think this is anytime soon, especially not this year, but at some point next year, your confidence will, you will go, you know what, I do have everything it takes to be in and to fall in love. And then, and only then, do you get out of your head. We've got the Knight and King of Swords. And yet the King of Swords is in your answer reversed. And so you beat yourself up frequently, hence the whole I'm not good enough. And even your last card is I am not grounded enough with the Six of Pentacles. You have no footing. You believe you don't understand what it takes to make a relationship work, and yet your key card is the Knight of Pentacles. If you flow, if you get in a relationship and just see it through, I promise you things go well. And I know this probably isn't what you wanted to hear, because there isn't anything on these cards that are saying love is just around the corner. These cards are saying find your confidence, and then love will be yours, which means love could be yours at the start of next year if you find that confidence soon. But what are you actually doing to build your confidence up in the area of love? The answer is probably nothing. You're probably also not doing anything that gets you in front of new people. These are all areas to work on. Because what you've got to remember is the person that you probably will end up falling in love with will be in the same shoes. They will doubt themselves. They will have flaws. And yet it's only through working together that you'll see each other's flaws as perfection. So don't let the small things get in your way of love. I think in the end I know what I'm doing actually. Then why aren't you putting yourself in a situation where you can fall in love, Dragon? What are you waiting for? We have all the pieces. Hank, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Because I have doubts about it. Yeah, stick with what you said before. I think in the end I know what I'm actually doing. I mean, I'm scared. We all are. And guess what? The person you meet will probably also be scared. And that's okay. Only there can love be found. To protect yourself is to find no one. Thank you, Dragon. Bilingual, what's your question? For anyone carrying, for everyone entering a relationship carries that same risk. So that other person is just as frightened. Bilingual, what's your question? And Blue, also, let me know what your question is. And I'll do you afterwards. Also keep in mind that the nerves come from the fact it's meaningful to you. A bit of nerves in a relationship can show its true meaning. Hell yeah. There's a physical distance between me and this girl. That always sucks, but those cards didn't show anyone there. So whether there's distance or not, you're not acting like it's a thing. You're not even acting like you're crushing on her. At least let the universe know you like them. I don't know if Binary's here, so we'll do your question first, Blue. How does my husband feel? How does my husband feel about I'm a Pisces? Can I be in the queue? Moonlight, the queue is actually closed, but I will do a quick fire round for everyone watching, so by all means stick around until after this reading. Alright, Blue. How does my husband feel about... Is it about you physically being a Pisces, or is it just how does my husband feel about me and I'm Pisces? Just how does he feel about me? Alright, let's have a look. Alright. You're obviously worried about the relationship, Blue. In terms of your conscious mind, we've got the Page of Wands reversed. You've lost that spark, and it's followed by worry. The Nine of Swords is a physical need to get back what was lost, and yet your negative is the Death card. You haven't accepted that the person that, I don't know whether you live together or have children, but the person that you are married to changes every day. And whether you don't sleep as well, just because things are different doesn't mean they love you any less. Your answer's the Ace of Swords. You are constantly in their thoughts. They still love you. He left me, really. I think he regrets it. The last card, the Eight of Wands, they don't want to go. The feeling was probably that they'd lost their freedom. But now that they have it, they realize they've made a mistake. If it isn't over yet and they've just left, try to find some common ground. The next time you get a chance, and you will get another chance, communicate how you feel. And it doesn't have to be aggressive, it just needs to be honest. Because of an argument, and now I'm aware he's dealing with another woman. I think he misses you. And it's that last card, the Eight of Wands. If it was the other way around, it would be telling him he needed freedom. It would be telling him he wanted to move on. But the fact the card's reversed, it was a mistake. And if you're willing to go yes, I understand why this happened. And go, I still want this to work. This can be salvaged. He never loved me. Once again, I understand where you're coming from. That's never easy to do. But if he wasn't ready, there wouldn't be a world where he would be there for that child. You're 23. It doesn't matter the age. It sucks that happened. And I'm telling you now, he regrets doing what he has done. But we now have the opportunity to, I want to say, make things right, and I don't know whether you want that anymore. The fact that he feels sorry for you, the fact that the Page of Cups is romance. It is romantic, and he wants things to blossom again. But if he has, put it this way, if he has lost your trust, then you might as well move on. Because that is very hard to get back. I hope that helps. Hank, the... Thank you, Blue. I agree with what you say, Hank, but it's not our lives to judge. And it doesn't matter what circumstance. I mean, it just shows the world went into chaos and people actually stayed in their homes for weeks on end because of a flu, and we all managed to cope with it. We all managed to normalize it. It doesn't matter the situation. As humans, we always adapt to change. And so it doesn't matter what the situation is, if there is motivation, anything can work. Might need to hear it. Let me read what Hank said to you. You will be able to see it on the screen, but it might be really small. Hank said, not to mention what he made her go through, can she forgive him? Oh no, Hank, I appreciate that. I forgave him when it happened. I told him that. I can forgive, yes. But it's hard forgetting. We'll leave that there. I'm sure we can all have this conversation for ages. But with that, let's finish with a quick fire round. Hard for me to protect myself from this pain. I feel like this conversation is about to get a lot deeper. What is your sign, wizard? Oh, you mean my zodiac sign? I'm a Libra and Aquarius. So, if you want to take part in this, we'll do a quick fire round. This is for everyone. Even if you've had a question, you can ask an angel question as well. Just write your question, write the word angel followed by your question, and we'll go through the list. I'm part ways through cooking. Just need to wait for the rice to cook. I thought it was going to be deep and meaningful, but no, Excalibur's just cooking. Regret from inaction is usually far greater than that from action. Yeah, 100%. My moon's Aquarius, nice. I was gonna say something, but I forgot. Oh, in terms of dragon, yeah, me and Els have had beautiful nights where we might as well cried ourselves to sleep. like to fully embrace love, you need to be willing to embrace both sides of it. The beautiful highs and the beautiful lows. Right, Solo. What is person X thinking about me? We have trustworthy guidance. So maybe you, Solo, need to give them things to think about. You've received a wonderful idea as an answer to your prayers. This idea is real and trustworthy. You can safely move forward with it, knowing that we are with you every step of the way. Ask for and be open to receiving our support for anything that you need related to this idea. Shaman, welcome in. We're just doing the quick fire round. This is for everyone, whether on Twitch or YouTube. For Blue, will my husband come back? Will he have changed for the better? We have shower of abundance. To heal your financial situation, was finances one of the reasons he gave to not having the child? To heal your financial situation, first give us your worries concerning money. We will guide you in order to show you how to create and accept abundance. As we work together, your financial situation will heal as fast as you'll allow. Who's next? Excalibur. Will the Christmas gift be received happily? Yes, we have joy. Joy is the highest energy of all. It's the magical sense that everything is possible. Joy springs from appreciating the gifts within each moment. Joy allows you to attract and create your present and future moments at their highest possible level. You tease. Dragon, anything about the connection between me and Vi? There are blessings in disguise. What appears to be the problem is actually part of your answer's prayer. You'll understand the reason behind your present situation as everything resolves. Trust in heaven's protection and infinite wisdom to answer your prayer in the best way possible. Spiritualist, should I sign up to Emmy Dunwood's human design course? Does it benefit you towards your desires? You now have the opportunity to write the script according to your heart's true desires. Once you clearly decide upon your true desires and know that you're ready and deserving of them, they'll rush into your life as if by magic. Shaman, why do I often feel sad? Because you daydream. You will more easily hear and receive our messages if you daydream regularly. Consciously daydreaming is the trick. Relax and open your mind to receiving. It then says relax and open your mind. Without directly directing your thoughts, just notice any feelings, visions, or ideas as if you were watching a movie. This is the seat of your creativity. Shouldn't daydream this much. It's funny, you shouldn't daydream this much, but the cards are also there going, it's not that it's not helping you. Your daydreams are helping, just maybe we should pay attention to them. Maybe we should listen to them. Moonlight Tarot will to Jay, come back to me. If you see only love, look past the seeing errors, mistakes and misunderstandings and see only the love within each person, including yourself. Your resolute focus upon the love that underlines every situation brings about healing in undreamed of ways. Can I do this? No, wait. How about for the love of Pete, stop, woman. Felt so good. No more smelly. Want to join me for another? Did you ask a question? Did I miss it? Oh no, you asked for a general. I missed it. Sentence. We have acceptance. See yourself and others through the eyes of the angels, with unconditional love and acceptance. In this way, you inspire and lift everyone to their highest potential. Did I miss anyone? Self-love poops. Out of that card. Oh, Pops. That makes more sense. Okay. I think Odin was online. Let me check. If he was, we're raiding Odin. It did. It got quiet towards the middle, but it worked out well. We still managed to get everyone in towards the end. Curio only sees poo. Yeah, we'll go and raid Odin. I don't actually know if he's doing tarot at the moment. It says he's doing stream raiders, but he usually does like tarot readings on the side as well. Might as well. I do not consent to this. What did I miss? Right, anyway. From me. Stay kind. Stay cute. Stay curious, my friends. And I'll see you all very soon. Excalibur and sentence showering. Nice.